Right guys, waiting for a phone call, but I've got a parcel here. I'll tell you about that phone call in a second, but this parcel is something I've been waiting for a couple of weeks. Had to get it imported from America. It's called Aircooled Ultimate Onboard Mounting Solution. And I've already got one of these, but I need another one. This one's for the Aircooled Carrera 3.2. I've already got one in my 997. Let me show you. So the idea is that you get your camera and the camera just slots straight in like that. But the reason I want two is because this position here is quite difficult to get, so I want to keep this position absolutely perfect, and then I'll keep this in the car at all times, and then I'll keep the other one in my 3.2 at all times. Yeah, so I just love the footage that you get from it, and you get these stickers as well, which I probably wouldn't use, to be perfectly honest. But I'll put the link to this in the description if anyone is interested in it. And the reason I kind of use this is because I've got a separate, like, set up like a, well, it was kind of a little bit of a secret YouTube channel, but it's kind of not so secret now that I'm kind of talking about it. It's called The British Driver. It's got 845 subscribers so far, and kind of like the whole premise of this channel is just to really kind of try and do maybe cinematic videos. Kind of just want to keep it to pure driving. Maybe if you're interested, go ahead and have a look, and maybe have a subscribe if you're interested in that. So I'm just waiting for the garage to call me because my 3.2 Carrera Aircooled 911 is in there. It's been getting a service and a little bit of work done. I've also asked them to try and have a little bit of a fettle with the suspension if possible, because I was really hoping to lower the suspension, and there are ways you can do it on these air-cooled cars without actually putting in new shock absorbers and new kind of like suspension plates. You can kind of just adjust the screws and it will adjust the suspension. So I've told them to try and lower it to the lowest point possible that he can do without having to spend a great deal of money. So I'm only looking for maybe like a ½ an inch drop, so hopefully we'll be able to get that. But I'm just sitting here waiting. I've got nothing to do. It's a Friday morning, sorry. So I'm in the 997 now, and this is kind of the view that you'll get from the Aircooled. You can kind of put the camera kind of a bit further up or a bit further down depending on where you want it to be. But I really like the position that it's in right now. And you'll probably notice that the camera is like completely steady. I'm using a DJI Action 5. Like, I can make it look more cinematic. I can put the cinematic bars on, so it's a really, really good option. Now I've just got to drop a couple of parcels off, so while I'm waiting, you may as well come with me. I like doing these kind of like small POV, kind of like daily life kind of vlogs where nothing really happens. It's just kind of real day-to-day life. I've changed the name of this channel like so many times. Driven by Satch right now. But then I thought Driven by Satch was kind of quite unique, but then I've since seen like a load of other channels which have all got like Driven by such and such, so turns out it's not that unique at all. But I still do have that desire to make that content and put content out on YouTube, even though it may not attract the views that it used to once. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm no longer chasing big numbers on YouTube. I just put content out, and if somebody likes it, then great. If somebody doesn't like it, then that's fine. You know, they're under no obligation to watch. If anything, it kind of keeps me out of trouble. I've got the Design Tech exhaust on this, and I don't know how well it's picking that up there, but I just don't like it. It's getting changed really soon. I've got the new the Porsche PSE exhaust. I've got it in storage waiting to fit to the car, so within the next few weeks I'm going to get that fitted. I was thinking about getting those Ray-Ban Meta glasses, because it kind of just makes like things like this really easy. And I've got the camera attached to my chest right now. I've got the DJI Nano, and it's a really good little camera. Like, if you get the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, you've got like a camera built into them, and it's really good for stuff like this, so who knows. So the car's still looking good. All right guys, so it's like 5 days later. 5 days later, I'm going to collect the car. I spoke to him on the phone this morning, and he was like, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't get around to calling you on Friday. And he says, I don't know what happened yesterday either, because we had a guy who ended up hurting his hand, one of the staff members, and he says it was just a bit hectic in the shop. But I ain't mad, because it's like, you know, I think what I said to him actually was, it was a big mistake, and I said, you know, don't worry about it, there's no rush for it. And I think when you're handing a car like that over to a garage, I don't think they I think they take it a little bit too literally, if you know what I mean. But this guy's like old school, so I don't mind. I genuinely wasn't really in a hurry for it, so I bide my time. Today's the day, so it's now Tuesday, and I'm walking down to the garage from my house, so it's going to be about 7 miles by the time I get there. Trying to get my steps in, trying to get fit for summer. You know, when you hit your 40s, and I'm approaching mid 40s, I'm 44, 45 this year, man, it's just so difficult to shift that weight. So anything you can do to help may well help. So yeah, about 7 miles. Oh, I forgot to say as well, I'm hands-free, completely hands-free, and look, I'm completely moving around. I ended up buying those Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and they are really good actually. The only problem with them is that they record in like vertical mode as opposed to horizontal. So horizontal is good for YouTube, vertical is good for like your shorts and your Instagram and TikTok and things like that. So what we can do is we can kind of zoom in. You lose a bit of picture quality when you do that, but you can zoom back out, and then you can kind of get that vertical look again. But I haven't tried it. Have I tried it I have tried it when driving a car. Yeah, you've got to kind of crop in quite a lot. So if I was, say, driving like this, and I was for YouTube horizontal, you'd kind of lose pretty much everything. All you'd be able to see is like maybe the top of the steering wheel. I'll show you when we get to the car. We're going over the swing bridge. This thing is old. This bridge hasn't operated for years. The idea is this middle section kind of swings around in line with this little jet, well, this big jetty here, and then the ships or boats can go past, but no ships have gone past here for years. Sign of the times, the trade just isn't the same as what it was when this bridge would open. It's a Tyne Bridge under current restoration, and this is the River Tyne. Ray-Ban Metas, Tyne Bridge. I tell you what, I'm going over in that direction over there, and I do not like the look of those clouds. I've got my raincoat in my bag just in case. Well, my Strava says just over 6 miles, but we're here. This is the place, Tom Ferguson, independent Porsche specialists. We're going to go in that way. I just want to have a peek to see if there's anything nice here, and if my car's out or not. No, must still be inside. Let's go in this nice showroom here. That's slant nose. Very nice. Needs to get his lights fixed. Back in the 3.2. I knew it was going to start raining. Just thought I might have held off a little bit longer. There we go, car looks good, doesn't it? I mean, it doesn't look any different, to be fair. It dries fine. I still want that suspension dropped just a little bit more. He's done all he can using the tools at his disposal without kind of changing torsion bars and things like that. I think I still want to go a little bit lower. Can I get a regular latte, please, and a triple chocolate cookie? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. So I need to say a big thank you to Marty, who watches the channel, and this coffee and this cookie is on him because he donated to me on Buy a Coffee. So it's very kind of him, very generous, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you very much, Marty, if you're watching. And yeah, if anyone wants to donate a coffee, I'll pop the link in the description and I'll give you a shout out. Cheers, Marty. The only problem is this card doesn't actually have any cup holders, so I'm kind of just going to have to sit here and drink the coffee. Just covering up my details here on the left hand side, but this is what's basically happened. We've done a minor service, a brake fluid change, and we've had to replace the oil pressure sender unit, which was faulty, which a few people had actually pointed out to me actually. They'd said on the videos that the gauge here, which one was it, this one here, wasn't showing as it should. So that's been replaced at a total of £480, and it was Tom Ferguson Motor Engineers. I've never used these guys before. It's the first time. I thought I'd give them a try, and they seem to have a good knowledge. And I found Tom really personable and really good to deal with. So yeah, he's I'd definitely be back to Tom Ferguson Motor Engineers. I don't know how to describe it. Kind of like a howling noise. I completely forgot about my bloody coffee, didn't I? I'm gonna have to pull over. What am I doing? What am I doing? Coffee all over this. Look at that. Pull that lever. Yes, I have. Towel. Oh, what an idiot. Alright. Cheers. There's a guy just there saying nice car. But now I'm gonna have to drive with one hand. Not very safe. We get this finished. Right, so what was I saying? I was saying about there's like a kind of like a howling sound, which you probably won't be able to hear right now, but I'll try and put it on right now. It's kind of like a howling sound, which is really quite prominent at idle. Right guys, so I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for coming along with me. Thanks for waiting with me while my car was fixed. Tune in next time for more air-cooled stories, I guess.